What up, Internet? It's Wednesday. It's just after 7 p.m., so it's time for Attention Deficit here at WEMF Radio. What's going on, fellas?
What's up?
I'm here, as always, with my co-host, Joe Buckley. Yup. We got one half of the Beers and Laughs podcast in the studio with us today. James Bucklin's here to hang out.
I like to think that I'm more than just a half. I think I'm the true lifeblood of the Beers and Laughs podcast.
75-80%, definitely.
Jacob, who also hosts the show with me, will probably listen to this. So, you know what? Let's just say I'm half. I don't want to have any trouble with my boy, guys.
There you go. Any interpod beef?
No. That would the pod would suffer.
For sure.
But thank you very much for having me.
Thanks for being here, man. Very cool of you to drop by. I was talking to Jacob earlier. We were discussing a possible phone call, a phoner, if you will. But
you're going to give the audience a phoner?
I got a phoner right now. But we were talking about that possibility, and he didn't answer the text, so I believe he's probably hammered at the Red Sox game right now. Right. That's what I was like. Hey, I'll give you that pass,
okay.
brother.
We got the guy who carries the show. Anyway.
I would agree with that, and honestly, baseball is boring, guys.
Live baseball is honestly torture.
It's kind of fun, so walking into Fenway Park, there is an ambiance.
Right.
There is a feeling, there's that part of it. There's the people watching, all the stuff people actually like to do there. But the actual game of baseball, to watch it, not for me. I don't know. Maybe it's for some folks. It's not for me.
It is definitely for me. I love going to baseball games. Fenway Park, I think, when you talk about the ambiance of it, Fenway Park is one of my favorite places in the whole entire world. I think it is phenomenal. The sights, the smells, everything, the tradition, it feels great. But I actually enjoy watching the game, which is why I will never go to an opening day or the first week, because you are, a psycho if you actually watch the baseball game, because everybody just wants to talk and walk around and do all sorts. It's amateur hour the first week.
That's how I treat it. It's like a rocks game for me, dude.
That's how you see it. Yeah. So you're one of those people. I went to an opening day. I want to say it was 3 or 4 years ago. I don't know. And I was sitting there watching the game, and I was with my future wife and all her friends and their boyfriends and all that shit. And I was excited to go to a Sox game.
Yeah.
So I'm branching off from the group a little bit, and they're like, Joe, what are you doing? I go, I'm watching the game. We're at the game. They're like, you're not talking to anybody. I was like, because there's a game going on. I'm watching the Red Sox.
Yeah.
We're at it. If we were at a bar and I was doing that, you'd be like, dude, Joe, come on, humor us. Or you're embarrassing me. You're just watching the game on TV. I'm like, no, dude, we're at Fenway Park.
Right.
None of you can just watch the game. And I was doing, I'm the weird one.
So I'm guessing you love Sweet Caroline then, and you.
Listen,
that's my guess.
I don't know what this trend is.
The vibe
I don't know what this trend is with people getting upset about or shitting on it.
Oh, so you are fine with it?
I am more than fine with it. I am more than fine with Sweet Caroline at a Sox game.
I'm with you.
I don't understand all of a sudden this you have this disdain for it, or it's what, hokey and stupid. Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
and I like it.
It always was.
It was never meant to be this serious we're so cool because we do this. It's no, we do this just because we're going to sing along to a song together.
Right.
It's a tradition.
I'm with you on that one.
So let it go.
What I will say in favor of going to a game at Fenway Park is I am a Celtics fan. Have been my entire life. And going to a Celtics game, at least when you're at Fenway Park, everyone there, whether they're watching the game or not, they at least want to be there.
True.
I feel like when you go to a Celtics game, it's just dudes with their business shirts tucked into their khakis, their sport jacket on, kind of hanging out, talking to their business associate, not really into the game. In the playoffs, it can get loud in the Garden, but during the regular season, it just doesn't seem like anybody even wants to be there.
So I wholeheartedly agree with that statement. I think Bruins fans are all on board when they show up at a hockey game.
Fuck yeah!
It's very rare that you get a fair weather hockey fan showing up to a game.
Right.
It happens, but not often.
Right.
Not often. Celtics happens a ton, but I went to I sat in a luxury box once because my wife's friend's mom is a secretary at a law firm that owns it. They gave her the entire box and they do it on different, like multiple occasions. She can call, and there's always tickets available.
Right.
That's how much those people care about that. Like, are you kidding me?
Right.
Imagine if you owned a box. Like, why would anybody not go there? You go every night.
That's a business expense.
And they're just you know,
like you said, they're just there hanging out with like business friends.
There's,
and, you know,
there's a lot of that.
Yeah.
Hey, look at this fun thing we get to do.
Right.
Let's go see a basketball game, huh, Pete?
Those tickets probably cost more than what I make in a year at this point. You know, like so honestly, to sit like on the floor. I mean, you know, yeah.
You know what's funny? The tickets that nobody buys, they just give to Gronk.
Yeah. What's funny is like that whole experience of doing that, it was really cool because I never do it. So I'm like, wow, this is the way to watch a game. I mean, everything's free and I'm eating whatever. This is great. I'm still part of it, you know, because you move down to like the actual seats,
the loge.
Yeah. But you know, it's still like sectioned off.
It's dope.
Yeah, and that was the one thing where I was like, yeah, but it's still not like, it doesn't have the same feel.
Right.
And you wouldn't want to do that all the time. It'd be cool, but you really wouldn't. Like, who doesn't want to be like courtside? Who doesn't want to be on the 50-yard line? Like, you know, like
for sure.
Yeah. Who doesn't want to be on the glass in a hockey game?
Yeah. I'm with you.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't know. He made a good point though about the Celtics, and I think also the kind of the Patriots. I think it's more of like a lot of people will use those tickets to show off, you know, instead of like dude, the Red Sox haven't not sold out a game. Fenway Park hasn't not sold out a Red Sox game in like over a decade.
I thought that streak came to an end
like,
this year.
Did it really?
Well,
I think it did.
Yeah, but I think a lot of people during that time were also saying that the streak was kind of a ruse. Like, if they were getting close to not selling out, they would kind of like just give tickets to people and then call it a sellout.
Because technically the tickets were all sold, but the attendance wasn't the same. Like, you know what I mean? But they could say we sold out.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's
I heard the same sort of thing, but no, they did have a long streak.
But it was, dude, it's packed there every time.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know? Yeah, and that's more. To your point, the baseball. I just do like
baseball's got something to it. I don't know what it is.
I will watch playoffs. I watch playoff baseball on TV. Yeah. But I don't. Sure. I don't want to watch.
I couldn't sit and watch a game.
Right.
Like I just can't
in person.
That.
I mean,
here's the thing.
That's what I'm saying. Like, because at a game at home, you can get up and walk.
You can do something.
You can take 5 minutes to do something else. You know. But dude, live baseball is just too much for me.
There was, you know what, dude. What's unfortunate is that there's been a lot of talk lately, baseball being too boring, and what they do to speed up the game, and they do all sorts of stuff like that. And they talked about getting rid of
it or you don't.
Right, you shouldn't. The game is fine. Like, it's lasted this long.
Right,
like, just because people suck doesn't mean you should change. Right. Just keep it the way it is. I think. I mean, they were talking about. There was one crazy thing they were talking about doing. Where, like, if it goes into extra innings, we're going to put a guy on second base to start the inning.
Dude,
and I was like, no, that's not how this works. But it's ridiculous. Like, now all you are is each team gets to do that. I'm like, that is time out.
I am far from like a traditionalist that doesn't want anything like if something is honestly going to improve a game or something that I enjoy, I will be open to it. But that is absolutely destroying the sanctity of like what this
the
is.
Purpose of the game is.
And I'm not even a huge baseball fan, and that's ridiculous.
So there was
if
that.
If they do that, then the next step is Ghost Runners.
So so there was that. And then there was another one that I was against, but I heard some people like not that upset about it, was to get rid of defensive shifts. So defensive shifts,
like what they do to David Ortiz.
Exactly. So for anybody that's not watch baseball or knows what a shift is, if you have a left-handed hitter like David Ortiz, who's known for pulling the ball to the right, you would then shift your players over to the right with a better percentage of field they play. Okay, so they put their second baseman in shallow right field, and a lot of times he would hit it to that guy. It happens a lot.
When I was in Little League, they were just like, all right, everybody bring it in.
Yeah, that's a shift. That's a shift.
That is tactically a shift.
That is a shift. Exactly. Right.
They should just call that a shit.
Yeah.
True.
And I was about to ask, can I swear in this? But I listened to an episode, so I know that I can.
You absolutely
I didn't want to be that guest. I'm like, oh, could I swear in this?
No, it's all right. I mean,
now you are.
But then I derailed it by explaining my whole thought process on it.
Hold on.
I hope that was entertaining.
Is this board brand new, Ryan?
No.
It looks like, is that board new or no?
It's not new, but
okay. I don't know. It looks like clean.
It's a nice board.
It looks clean.
Did somebody clean the board?
Yeah, it was like wicked dusty or something. That's
board,
all.
Yeah.
But dude, my headphones are wicked loud. I can't, and they won't. I can't turn them down.
You hit something, and mine went off.
I don't know.
And I actually got a note here.
Oh gosh,
no one told me about that. But you can go ahead and. Yeah, sorry guys.
No, don't be. Why don't we just go off headphones? Screw it, man. Why do we have to keep it?
And we're going to stop for station identification on the Red Sox radio network.
No, it was, that wasn't bad.
My little Castig.
I think you did.
I've been working on it.
I can tell you.
You've been working on it?
Over 30 years.
Hold on 1 second. Let me help Brian out real fast. I can tell you which knob I hit now, if you want.
Yeah, what knob was that?
Hey, hold on.
Hey, look, why don't we talk about the ins and outs of radio and how it's going right now? Are you serious, dude? I don't know. I don't want to. I want to point out the fact that you're derailing this.
This is
by talking about
I think
the
what's
microphone.
going on with the
Production
maybe
value.
new board is a lot more interesting than what we were talking about.
No.
This is great.
We were talking about baseball.
Which I said I thought was boring.
We were like, oh, you want to spice things up? Is that a new soundboard?
This is my headphone. Yeah.
Turn up the heat, guys. We're getting into the nitty gritty. Actually, we were talking about right before we came on was what a massive wrestling fan you are.
That's right, because right here in the studio you have some nice Hasbro WWF figures.
If it sounds good
You know
to
the
you,
brand
I'll
right
send you.
away?
Of course.
So-
I would recognize a figure's brand by first look, especially Hasbro's. These are a very famous style of wrestling figure right there.
Well, I am very familiar with the two on the left, the Bushwhackers, but I did not know that you would know. So you a collector?
I wouldn't say I'm a collector. As a kid, I certainly, I looked forward to my trips to the toy store to get my next wrestling figure for sure.
I did the same.
And just I guess over time, they put the brand name on the box. You kind of get an idea of what series
I don't
things are
remember
in.
that, but-
And maybe I am a collector. Okay, maybe I should have just said yes when you asked me that question instead of trying to explain it in a weird way.
Are you a nerd, James?
I can answer that with a resounding yes.
Excuse me.
Hey, welcome back, James.
No, okay, I'm not deafened by you guys anymore. I hit the wrong. It was the wrong knob on my headphones. That's why.
Mine went off.
I turned. Yeah,
I was trying to figure out what that. I can listen to you guys. To make
Guys
sure
don't know how to work their knobs.
Now we're back to you derailing the podcast, talking about sound and shit.
I'm
Why
just.
you just
Hey,
come over here?
Yeah, why don't you guys have a conversation?
Why not?
That's a great. Yeah, we were talking about
that's a good
sports.
idea.
I just
Let's
sit
make a
on
little
Ryan.
trade.
I just sit on Ryan's lap and
Oh,
fucking
yeah,
engineer.
Ryan could host the show. He looks like he's ready.
He's very capable.
Hey, should
Don't-
we just
don't
do
you
like
worry.
a carousel for this episode? Like we'll just all shift seats,
Musical
and then
chairs?
Eventually, yeah.
Whoa, it'd be like when a
Every minute
band
we'll keep moving
plays
around,
different instruments.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, I've never seen that really.
No, people do that. I don't
that's
think
cool.
I've ever seen.
I know
it.
Dave Grohl can play like anything, but
That's
but I've never seen them like that's a cool little.
Yes, Dave Grohl just plays with 3 other crash test dummies that are hooked up to him.
Yeah.
He does like a Geppetto while he's playing.
Absolutely.
He's actually working all the instruments.
I'm a real boy.
Actually, 3 guys from the crash test dummies.
Oh wait.
That's a band.
Oh, all right.
I know the Crash.
I didn't know that. Damn
No,
it.
that was
What did
part.
they? They had one big hit, right? What was it?
I think it
It was
was
something kind of. Is that what-
right?
Yeah. Yes, I think you're right.
Oh yeah,
It was
yeah.
like
yeah.
one-
was a pub.
I remember.
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
that song.
It was-
Wow.
It was
Yeah.
kind of one of
Wow.
those things where it was like a hokey '90s song.
Yeah.
That was that
Yeah.
one thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. Oh, you know what I watched the other day? You know what? This might not have been 90s. We're going to find out. Double Take, Eddie Griffin and fucking...
That was probably 2000,
That was
2001.
early 2000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was who the black guy from The Replacements? What the fuck's his name?
Orlando Jones.
Orlando
Orlando
Jones.
Jones. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
Double Take, not too bad.
Dude, that's
Pretty
a great
good movie.
fucking...
Yeah.
I might watch that again tonight. Honestly, that's a great movie.
There are some really underrated like action comedies. Like I feel like every movie was trying to replicate what Rush Hour was doing.
Oh, yeah.
And then you
Oh,
got
yeah.
just like a bunch of knockoff Rush Hours that were honestly not that bad.
Yeah. Dude, Double Take, first of all, you're right, it's 01. But
Nailed it.
so funny. The Eddie Griffin's character in that movie is one of my favorite characters ever done in anything, I think. You know, like when he trying to think, he's got a couple great lines.
What's your
dude.
favorite like bad movie? Like a movie that you're like, I probably shouldn't like this.
I don't
And
even
you know
know.
what? You know what? I know
No,
I'm
no.
not supposed to like this.
Hold on. I have no idea, but I need to tell you this line because this cracks me the fuck up, okay? There's a scene in Double Take when he's getting arrested and there's a black cop is walking him with his hands behind his back and a white cop walks by and he goes, "Yeah, what's up, white boy? How's your mama? We went out." It's like, dude, what the fuck? It was just, and then the other one that had me dying, dude. Oh no, okay. He's at dinner. He's meeting an old lady. He's meeting like an older couple, and he shakes her hand. He's like, damn, girl. He's like, I don't even care. We could knock the cobwebs off of me and you. It was so fucking funny.
Is Eddie Griffin a living actor? I haven't seen him in a while.
He actually did a comedy special, I want to say, within the last year or two. He did a comedy special, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it was on Showtime.
I need to get... Then this is on me all of a sudden. I was all, what has Eddie Griffin done lately? I'm just not seeking his content.
No, it's not on you, because he had a lull there for quite some time, and I think he had a little bit of a financial breakdown. And then,
which could happen when you don't work,
or you can't get
when you're an actor and you're not in movies or TV. Right. Sometimes you have financial.
Yeah, do you ever do that? Do you ever see like an old actor and he hasn't been like? Does he still have money? Like, how's it still coming in?
You go to his IMDb page, you're like, well, he didn't do a lot from 1998 to 2002. But
but somehow he's like...
Yeah, here he is.
How is he relevant?
Royalties, things, back end, other terms.
You sell the syndication and shit, and you make fucking...
You know why I thought Eddie Griffin was dead? Because the NBA player Eddie Griffin is dead.
I didn't even know that there was an NBA player named Eddie Griffin.
He played in the NBA around the same time that Eddie Griffin, the actor, was in movies and stuff.
So he was way overshadowed.
Yes, he was definitely second tier Eddie Griffin, but he was a fairly good player. He did die, I think, in an accident where he was driving drunk and jerking off to porn while driving and got in an accident.
That's solid.
Yeah,
that's a way to go, man.
Jesus Christ.
That may have been a separate incident from his death, but I do know he's dead and he got in an accident doing that, and I think they're related.
Wow, that's fascinating. That is fascinating.
Yeah.
Now, how about talk about some NBA?
Guy doing what he loved.
There you go.
I was going to say,
that's the way I hope I could go.
He definitely thought it through. Like, that's not something you do on a whim.
No, this was...
You know what I'm saying? Like, no one's driving along and be like, hey,
this was a first-degree porn accident.
That's like, you leave your house with that in mind. You're like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to jerk off in my car. Like, I want a porn blaring.
But first, I'm going to have a 12-pack.
But first I'm going to get hammered. Right. That would be awesome.
Yup.
Yeah, that doesn't just come out of the blue.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
It was meditated for sure.
Oh yeah,
premeditated.
Yeah,
premeditated.
No, he didn't get into a trance while that happened. That was definitely meditated.
That was transcendentally meditated.
Yeah.
And
what if he was like, I blacked out, I don't know what happened? Like, sir, you had lotion with you. Like, it was riding shotgun.
Your pants were around your ankles. And you were in the driver's seat.
Masturbation paraphernalia with you.
Masturbation paraphernalia.
You had a gag ball in your mouth.
We found your belt tied around your neck. Well, that could have happened in the accident.
Oh my God! I'm so happy you brought that up. So there was this woman. I heard this on radio today. There was some woman who got arrested in some state Florida, obviously. So
You're kidding.
She gets strange dude.
You're kidding. That's hilarious.
Profiling. So
that's right. No beef with you Floridians.
No. I got
get it together.
So anyways, driving around, whatever, she gets pulled over, and then they like smell weed in the car, and then they like search her purse, which was in her lap, and they found some weed on there. And then they found cocaine in her purse as well. She admitted to the weed, but did not admit to the cocaine. And then asked how it got in her purse. She said, "I don't know. It's a windy day. Maybe it flew in through the window."
Wow!
Legitimately said that to a police officer.
Wow!
And he was like, Like, imagine that lie, like being told, "Are you 6 years old?"
How do you not? Yeah. How do you not laugh?
If that's the best you can do.
Right.
This isn't going to end well.
Right?
What are you doing? Like, are you serious?
That is hysterical.
Like, yeah, it's a weed, but the coke, no. The window open.
Right. Well, maybe, I like that she led with the weed because maybe they just are like, okay, we caught her with this weed, and they don't press any further. Even
if you were sarcastic, you're like, no, that's not mine. The coke fairy came by and dropped it in my purse. That's like the same level of stupidity.
Right.
To think that someone would believe it.
Yeah. I feel like if there was a coke fairy, it would definitely, look like wind. You probably wouldn't see the coke fairy, right?
All right, let's hope not.
And if you would, you probably don't want to.
Let's hope not.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I'm sorry.
I haven't seen it yet.
What?
Yeah, you sound congested.
Dude, I am phlegmy. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I'm like, I got a lot of saliva in my mouth too. It's pissing me off. What's that?
Allergies, man.
You there?
I got them too, man.
Maybe I don't know. Yeah.
It's still snowing out. What the fuck are you talking about?
Dude, I don't know.
It's like spring combined with winter. It's like a terrible combination.
It's weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird. I'm just I don't know. It's a little weird.
A lot of spit
I apologize.
in your mouth. That's like
I just have a lot of saliva.
Wow, I just heard it.
So I didn't hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I definitely know.
gross.
Yeah.
My
I feel
saliva
like you
glands.
just swallowed in my ear.
Oh my
That is gross. I'm sorry, guys.
No, it's
listeners,
intimate. It's
too.
good. I feel like I'm part of this now.
I feel like you're part of my my fucking digestive tract.
This is like Osmosis Jones.
Dude, that's a great fucking movie. That is a great
That was
movie.
my fucking childhood.
Dude, we watched that in science class in 8th grade, and no bullshit. I was like, "Yo, play that shit again." Like that was fucking.
Run that back.
Yeah, run that back, Mr. G. That was a fucking great movie.
Good movie.
Oh my god, I love
Was
it.
Orlando Jones in Osmosis Jones? I know Chris Rock.
It would no, it was Chris Rock. Yeah,
yeah.
Chris Rock.
And then it was Bill Murray, obviously, and I don't know what other. You remember any of the voices in that or no?
I don't really
Love for you
No,
on IMDb.
it's all right.
Okay.
Fuck it.
Another
Fuck
plug for IMDb. Those guys are killing it in this
Yeah,
episode.
they need to be paying
Dude,
WEMF.
we were just talking about this on the way in here, how like no one gets that feeling of getting something right after like not remembering it for a while.
Yeah.
Because you just get to look it up now.
Oh yeah.
And we were in the car, and you were describing the Lucas brothers, and he's like, "Who are those kids?" Da, 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 da. And he's going, "They're twins. They're black twins. They're comedians." And I go, "I know who it is. I've seen the special." And I'm like, "Don't look it up!" Like, don't look. I was screaming at him.
I
He's
was
like,
hopeless,
He goes,
yeah.
"All right." I'm like, "Please don't say it. Even if you see it, don't say it." I was like, "I got it."
Yeah, you were
And
so convinced you were gonna get it.
It took
but
a while, and
I
finally
knew.
you gave me the, "Are you ready?" And I went, "Lucas!" And I screamed. I'm like, "See, no one does that."
Yeah.
It does seem that, like, I do this all the time. If I can't think of the name of an actor and actress that I see, and I'm trying to think of it, and then I'm like, screw it, I'm just going to look it up. Like, in that moment is when it usually comes
Oh
to me.
yeah,
Yeah.
You see their face
when
Yes.
you've given in.
Once I've tapped that IMDb app and I go into that search bar, I'm like, I know it.
Yeah, right.
I know
If
it.
only-
That's Natalie Portman. Of course.
Ooh, I'm in love with her. I really
and you go,
love that woman.
Claire Banks.
But yeah, back to Natalie Portman. Just kidding. Hold on. Did you see that Annihilation movie yet?
Annihilation. No, I didn't.
Okay. I know you didn't. Fucking. Never mind. That wasn't you. I was trying to get my buddy to go with me.
So it's just called Annihilation?
Just called Annihilation.
Because
Yeah.
Annihilation is like the subtitle of every Marvel
Like
movie now.
Mortal
Like,
Kombat, Annihilation.
Oh, yes,
yeah.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
The second Mortal Kombat.
It's a Natalie Portman movie, and I'm mistaking you with my other buddy. I was trying to get my buddy to go, and he straight up was like, "No." He's like we see superhero movies together all the time. Like I see all the Marvel movies with this kid,
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, you must just be into good movies. And he's just like, nah, I'm not seeing that.
Wow.
I was like, watch the trailer, dude. He's like, yeah, no.
It's just
I don't-
Marvel or bust for
I don't
this
get.
guy, huh?
I guess so. But this movie looked really good. I heard it was thebomb.com.
I also heard good things.
You know,
about
yeah,
it.
and people are also talking about that Quiet Place movie. Anyone see
Oh,
that?
I
yet?
want to see that.
I want to see it real
any
bad.
movie with Jim Halpert and a bushy beard. Sign me up. Oh, ooh la la.
I heard it. I heard it was like really like it was like scary, but also like moving and like a little like touching at times. You know, like I heard it was like crazy good all around.
Let's go see
Which
the movie.
I really need to.
Let's get out of here.
You know what?
guys.
Yeah, we're gonna call it a wrap now.
We're doing this radio show.
Yeah, I got too much spit in my mouth anyway. Let's go fucking. Let's go watch this
Let's
fucking
get some
movie.
popcorn in my mouth so I can dry this out. of it.
Yeah,
Good
there you
God.
go. Extra butter. Now, I got to tell you guys this story I just heard this week. Have you ever heard it's a Notorious B.I.G. song, Biggie Smalls. It's called I Got a Story to Tell.
Who?
Can you go through a few verses?
That's not funny, Joe. It's
Well, once you said Notorious B.I.G., it was not necessary to say Biggie Smalls.
I
after
wish
that.
I wish I could play it on the
Yeah, do you want to use a few of his other monikers just to make sure we know?
I'm sorry.
he
Go
also
on.
went by the Black Frank White.
Oh, yeah.
The Thriller in Manila. No, just kidding.
Long in Hong Kong.
Okay, so what happened?
No, but all right, but he's not familiar with the song. It's a Biggie. I can't play it for legal issues, but it's a Biggie song, and of course he was a great storyteller. That was like his thing. He's a storytelling rapper, and so this story is about a girl he meets at the Knicks game. Okay. And he meets her at the Knicks game, and then like they go out to her car, and she's driving like a car like as nice as his. Like this is when he's like dropping albums. Like she knows who the fuck he is for sure. You know what I mean? And she's like, yeah, let's go. Like and he's like, all right, yeah, we'll go out to your fucking car. And then she's in like a Benz or something like that. And he's just like, holy shit. So he tells his buddies, he's like, listen, I'm going to follow her back to her place. We're going to kick it for the night, all right? So he goes back with her to, her house, he assumes. And they're upstairs fooling around and whatnot. And then a man comes home.
Uh-oh.
And yeah, exactly. And so he interrupts it, and the whole song is about him. Like, he thinks real quick, and he's like, all right, give me a pillowcase and give me like one of your scarves. And he ties her up and like acts like it's a robbery. And he robs the dude's house, and then at the end of the song,
that's smart.
No,
really, that's very innovative.
Considering okay, right. That is good. That was good. That's what I'm saying. That is a fucking great story.
That's thinking on your feet.
Great story, right? And so at the end of the song, he's talking to his buddies, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I fucked one of these girls. She's dating one of the Knicks." And he goes, one of his boys goes, "Which one?" And his line back is, he goes, "I don't know, one of them 6'5" N-words." You know what I mean? But really, it was Anthony Mason's girlfriend.
Oh, wow.
Which, you know what I mean? And like Anthony Mason just died a few years ago.
Right.
So Puffy just came out like a year ago, and someone asked him about it, and he was like, you know what? Fuck it.
Yeah.
Now I'll divulge. They're both dead. The girl's probably dead herself by now.
So this really happened then, and
it's a real story. Yeah, and it's just so now I've heard that song 1,000 times, and I said to one of my buddies at work, I was like, dude, you know what? I always wondered if this is like true or not. And he was like, yo, he's like, yeah, dude. And he showed me the article. I was like, dude, you just changed my sex life. Honest, now I can jerk off to this song.
And if back then I would have guessed who the player he was talking about was, I would not have thought Anthony Mason, because 6'5", I'm thinking probably guard, maybe small forward,
right?
But a power forward,
right?
But Anthony Mason, a very stocky, strong, but fairly short power forward. So it makes sense.
That's what that was just the line in the song. Like, but he, of course, he knew.
He would have been like John Starks.
I'm surprised that Biggie Smalls didn't die earlier than he did, because you don't want to mess with Anthony Mason.
Yeah.
If you've ever seen Anthony Mason on the basketball court,
giant boy.
Yeah, he is a mean man. Well,
I had to Google him to see a photo. I'm not overly familiar.
Oh, okay.
You're a big basketball fan, though.
Yes,
so,
I love hoops.
Okay. Honest to God, he was probably like top 10 biggest shoulders ever to be in the NBA.
Oh yeah,
like Dwight Howard type of dude.
Surprisingly good ball handling, though.
Yeah, like a wide frame.
Right.
Like, you'd be like,
he was a bruiser for sure.
Yeah.
Right.
You didn't want to bang around with a mace.
No, yeah, he had a reputation around.
That's awesome.
For sure.
Dude, and Biggie robbed him in his own home. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy to me, dude.
But no, that I was certainly not being sarcastic when I said, good thing.
I thought for a second I was like, oh yeah, that was,
But it really, so a frailer gentleman could probably find a window and sneak out.
Right.
But,
he was like, nah.
The Notorious B.I.G. is certainly not.
Right.
He that's very quick thinking.
He had a gun on him, of course. Had a weapon.
He was strapped.
Yeah, exactly. He had the Roscoe on him, as he says in the song.
Oh.
That's what he says.
Is that a type of gun?
No, it's just like when you say like, I got my hammer, I got my ratchet,
okay.
I got my Roscoe. I don't know why. It's just one of those. I don't know.
Dog.
Someone originated it somewhere and it caught on. I don't know. Just a nickname.
We
for a
could probably
gun
find that on the internet. The origins of using Roscoe as a nickname for a gun.
Let's fucking.
We were just talking about guns on the way in here too.
That's true.
Joe is looking at me like I'm a crazy person.
No. What? Not at all. I was just saying.
No, I was trying to push out a fire. Don't worry.
No, I did a pistol course on Sunday. So I went through the whole certification crap or whatever, and then I'm trying to decide. I was saying to quote, I don't know if I want a gun. I don't think I want a gun.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
Yeah. That was just like so happy. You're like,
Yeah. No, I think that's good that you tried it out and said this isn't for me. I bet a lot of people just
would never do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm like, it's one of those things where I was saying, like, when it comes to like having a gun, like I just had a family, so I'm thinking of one of those things like I want to protect them, but at the same time I don't want a gun in the house.
Right.
It's like such
there's
a weird.
There's good and bad. That's why it's such an argument right now that obviously we don't need to get into.
No. I'm just saying in general, honest to God, dude, like, no lie, I did the course. And I'm right in the middle when it comes to anything political. I'm dead set in the middle with like so much different crap. But one thing is, as far as them doing the class, they could have been more professional.
Yeah.
And they're sponsored by the NRA, and then they kind of try to not like they don't ram it down your throat by any means, which they easily could do.
Right,
like,
and I'm sure the NRA would encourage them to do so.
I am sure they do.
Yes.
You know, I'm sure they do. But they say like, hey, look, you know, the NRA makes this possible. And they go through a little spiel. If you want to fill out an application for a membership, and if you want to do that now, you can. Like very like, but like they don't like go off on it. They don't go on any political rant. They really keep it with, we're going to educate you on how to handle a firearm, and that's it.
Yeah.
And they're super professional with it. No one's, like, rolling their eyes at, like, things. No one's, like, saying different stuff about, like, people that aren't gun owners. It was just, like, we're staying the topic here.
Right.
And they're, like, by the book.
We're not here to make jokes about people who don't have guns and
right.
shit. Yeah.
None of that happened.
Right.
And I was like, I want some people that are so anti-gun to maybe come to one of these and just realize that, like, there are good people that are just like, I want to know how to use this tool or use this. I'm not trying to go ahead and go off on something. There are people like that. It's like there's plenty of irresponsible gun owners. There's no doubt about that.
This might be true. If not, it's a long time. I don't think anyone who's ever been a member of the NRA has ever committed a murder with a handgun.
So
I don't think it's ever happened. If not, it's been like 50 years, dude.
No, it's
yeah. Okay. All right. No. Okay. No, but it's been a long time though. It's been a long time. Rogan was talking about this the other day.
Dude, you know Alexander's in Brockton. That's a diner.
Yes.
Right next to
it's right by where I grew up. Yes.
So that guy is an NRA member and shot an intruder in his restaurant when he was closing up one time.
Right.
And like again, the guy didn't die.
I'm saying
but he shot him in the leg. But NRA posts like they always blow up those articles as many times as possible.
No, but I'm saying in cold.
Trying to say like, look at this guy used this weapon to defend himself, and he ended up shooting the guy in the leg, non-violent or non-death or whatever.
I'm talking a murder in cold blood, like a husband goes home and kills his wife for cheating, like that type of thing.
That's never happened to an NRA.
I don't think it
sounds like
that's really easy.
Listen. Some Biggie Smalls, Anthony Mason stuff right there.
That's a true story, though. Remember. No, but if not, it's been a long time, dude. Like years and years since that's happened.
It's I mean, I guess that's
I'm gonna look.
I don't know how many members they have.
It's not a whole. It's not a whole ton. Yeah, it's not a ton.
Handful of dudes.
Can we now on fucking Urban Dictionary? Okay, the Roscoe, an old term from the 30s or 40s used for a handgun.
Oh, there you go.
Right, but then under that, the citation for the word is the Biggie song I just told you about. So I don't know, dude. I've always heard that, and I just knew what it was. I don't know.
That's what happens when you seek answers on Urban Dictionary. They have the same frame of reference than you have. It might as well be you running.
I grew up in a black neighborhood, man. I know my Ebonics, bro.
So you grew up in Brockton, Massachusetts?
Oh yeah, both of us. Yeah.
Oh, nice. I grew up in Stoughton, Massachusetts, but
nice.
I lived the first 3 years of my life in Brockton.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
You got out just in time.
Yeah, right. Before it really dug into your psyche and made you a Brocktonian.
Made your mentality.
Yeah.
We lived on the Stoughton-Brockton line, kind of, so I kind of know the area a little bit. Westgate Mall was my mall. I know these things.
You're hardcore. I've talked about this before. Like, people are from Brockton, you kind of have like this weird mentality. Like, I wouldn't say like towards all people, but you have this thing where like when we go to that mall, if you bought anything or it was like in your car, you'd be like, okay, now like pull the seats forward and put it in the front seat. it's like you can't, you can't trust anybody kind of things. Like, you always lock your doors. You're always super cautious with stuff.
Right.
And it doesn't make a ton of sense, but like, it's just one of those things. Like, yep, no, I'm not going to do that. You get this like, you're looking out for it.
When I was old enough to know that there were criminals out there that would steal things, I started to buy certain things at the Westgate Mall and certain things elsewhere. So I played a lot of video games growing up, which, based on the other stuff I've been talking about today, is a surprise to nobody. But like, I would, not buy my video games at the Westgate Mall when I could, because I felt like those were the things that, it would hurt to lose.
True. Get it snatched on the way out of the
that was $60. That's I'm a 14-year-old. That's a lot of money for me.
Very true. That is very true. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Westgate was I never like hung out there and stuff. I was always all business with that mall. That was never a hangout for, I guess that was a different generation, so I don't know. We never hung around, so I'm
an all business mall goer in general.
Okay.
I'd say virtually
I know the store that I'm going to, I know what I want in said store, and I'm out.
Right. See, I don't know. Westgate was never, it was like, dude, I'm from this place. Like, go ahead.
You know what's weird is if you do go to a mall and you have time to kill. Like I went to this place to get my hair cut there, and they're like, "Oh, we have an availability at whatever time," and I'm like, "All right, I got some time. I'll just kill some time here."
Right, right.
And it wasn't that long, so I went walked around, and I'm like, "I'm a creep. I'm a fucking creep."
Right,
right.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be a creep. I really just want to get a haircut, but I can't do this.
Right,
right.
I can't walk around a mall. I just go in a store. They're gonna know I'm not gonna buy anything. This is odd.
Yes, as an early 30s white male, I feel like I cannot loiter anywhere.
No, God.
No.
I'm as creepy as can be.
Right,
I was saying this to him.
Absolutely.
Dude, people that loiter blow my mind. Why are you anywhere and just have to hang out in front of a convenience store?
Yeah.
You can just be there. You're not doing anything. It doesn't make sense.
I know.
Yeah.
If you're hanging out in your living room, you know what I got to do right now? I got to go smoke butts outside of a store.
Tedeschi's.
Why?
Yeah.
Why? Growing up, I worked in a convenience / liquor store that also had lottery. We had a lottery machine and a TV that displayed Keno.
Yes.
A lot of riffraff.
So, I don't know if
That's an excellent word.
There was a lot of riffraff for sure.
A lot of characters.
The very nicest term you could use to describe these folks is characters, I think. But people would legitimately just hang out at a table that was next to the Keno TV and just sit in the convenience store for 5 hours and watch Keno. It's go to a bar. They got these things everywhere.
Yeah.
We had a place on the corner of right where I lived in New Bedford when I went to UMass and Dartmouth.
Oh, my Beers and Laughs podcast co-host also went to UMass Dartmouth.
Oh,
True.
That's great.
It's true.
Yes.
Cool. So and we had this place on the corner called Keno Corner. And it was connected to a convenience store, and they had one section sectioned off for the Keno guys, and all they had was coffee and just old plastic booths, the ones that sub place, and a few Keno screens up, the machine, and some scratchies, and those guys would stay there all day. It was a full-time job.
Yeah.
We went there one day at 11. We're gonna get some stuff. We're having a party. Blah blah blah. So we pick up a bunch of stuff. We get home. We're hanging out, whatever, and then later on, we're oh, dude, we forgot mixers. We got to get cranberry juice, whatever. So I would just walk back down the corner, all the same dudes, all there from 11 to 7:30.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, what are you still doing here, and how can you afford this? If
yeah.
you're not at work, how are you having money to do this?
Right.
Unless you're not spending it, you're just sitting here for the free coffee and just looking at numbers.
Apparently, they sleep on those plastic benches.
Dude, it was. I just couldn't believe it. And every time you went there, those guys were there. It's dude, you are always here. Don't you get sick?
It was the same guys, and I would work the lottery machine, so I would just see them come up.
Their numbers.
Just drain their money. I mean, luckily most people did fill out the slip.
I hate
there were some folks who would want to go verbal, and boy, did I dislike them. Eventually, I got very good with the lottery
First
machine.
First 3 NE, part of it.
Front and back.
I want 7618 across the board. I want 25 cents.
There you go. Front and back across the board. Yeah.
Now
you know the lingo.
Now when you go in, there is just a big ass sign, no verbal bets.
Yeah.
Oh,
they don't allow you to do that at all.
I like
so
that.
it does happen, but I worked at a bar for a long time, and we would have certain people you would allow the verbal bet because they come in all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what they're going to say, and they're good
customers. That's Rick. He
He's not going to bullshit me. Be no, I said 7.
Right, they're good customers.
Right.
And then people that ain't kind of shady people, you just lie to you through your teeth, and you're like, no verbal bets. But that's how. I mean, it get bad. Because people would be like, I was trying to get my Keno, and I was
right. They would get pissed if they didn't get it. Well, it's so don't wait until there's 8 seconds left to get in line where people are buying milk in Secret 7.
You worked at a convenience store when this happened. That would make me more mad, because if I'm at a bar, I got other people to take care of, dude. Drinks come first, food comes first, then your Keno. If you're complaining to me about your Keno, it's like, dude, I look around you. This isn't the only thing I have to do.
Right. Right.
Yeah, that people get that way. Dude. That's really, really shitty.
That's ridiculous.
Horrible.
That's a
people
gambling.
Are the worst.
It's a gambling addiction, right
they
there.
Are.
That's
They're the absolute worst.
They are the worst.
Yep.
The worst. Now, you want to talk about some NRA shit?
Uh-oh. I thought we were done with that.
No, I stand corrected because one guy in the NRA said that he said you can dig and you can find a few cases, but they're like old from like the early days of the NRA. Like some farmer fucking killed his neighbor because he shot his dog or dumb shit like that. But like there's no like cases of like a man just murdering someone else in cold blood. There's crazy shit like that.
What'd be better is if we started a National Murderers Association, then we would know who they were. You join the NMA.
We could just call it.
We know you're a threat already.
There you go. We'll call it fucking death. I don't know. Whatever. Death row. That's literally what I was just about to say. That's what I was going to say. But I was like, that's not. Yeah, it's not a good joke. Suge Knight could probably have me killed still.
That's true. Yeah. I feel like we're on a list now.
For sure.
This is over the airwaves.
Yeah, live right now. And then it's going to go on iTunes.
Think we'll be okay?
I don't know.
Right.
It's going to go on iTunes, dude. Suge could hear this in prison and be like, yo, these fucking three honkies from
No, he's
Greater
worried
Boston.
about the NRA hunting us down. We're talking shit.
That's a good
Not
point.
even. No, they don't kill in cold blood, dude. I just told you that.
They
we're fine.
They wouldn't kill one of their own members. They signed up immediately.
No, but this guy made a good point. He's like 90% of murders are committed with illegal handguns. So, no, they're not NRA members, you fucking idiots.
Oh.
That's a great point right there.
You could be an NRA member and still obtain a gun illegally. I mean, that could easily
Dude,
happen.
they don't do... No, dude, no.
You could.
No, you could,
Yeah.
but...
Possible.
Yeah. I don't know.
Don't get me wrong, man. Like, there's plenty of people that are... Like, when people talk about hunting and how, like there's a dopey vibe to when you say people that hunt.
Right.
Like, you automatically think, okay, this guy's, like... an idiot or
right.
a hack or
right.
whatever.
I'm going to start hunting.
And that's where people go with that.
For sure.
That's not true. Like, there's plenty of hunters out there that are, like, legitimately just, like...
Look at
regular people.
I enjoy doing this. I did it with my father, and we always have good hunting trips, but they do it the right way, so they're not, like, breaking rules or like hunting without tags, drinking while you're hunting.
No, they can't do any of that.
Nobody on this planet, this funky little marble that spins around that we're on, is just one thing. Yeah. You can hunt, but then you could also be into fine literature. Who knows?
You can find your niche, like especially now. Like you should be able to find your niche with anything, as far as like just figuring out what it is that you like doing and other people are doing. I mean, you're going to be able to find some kind of community. There's no way.
Right.
There's just no way.
So many humans.
I want to hunt some. There's just so many billions of us.
So many humans.
It's too much. Yeah. But I want to start hunting for the food though. Like it's good. Like Rogan, he's like, dude, I kill an elk like 3 times a year. I don't buy meat. Unless I want to buy like a really nice like cut of a steak or something like that.
That's gonna be hard for you to pull off.
I want to. No, but dude, to kill a deer twice a year.
You can actually.
He has a whole family. I'm one person.
What you can actually do. So there's a butcher right down the street from where I live in Norton, Massachusetts.
Okay.
And when we just moved in, we went over there and to sort of get a lay of the land, see what's around us. And he legitimately said to us like, "Oh, I saw you pulled up in a truck. Anytime you see that somebody hit a deer, if you want to grab that, put it in your bed of your truck and bring it over. I'll take care of the deer for you, and you can take most of the meat."
That's illegal.
Well,
it's definitely illegal. That's 100%.
I certainly won't say the name of the place.
That's 110 in Massachusetts. That is 100% illegal.
I thought
110%.
I thought deer was different.
No, dude, it's illegal to do that. Well, you cannot. And I
don't think you can sell it
as that's
illegal.
No, dude, the act of putting it in your truck, you broke a law right there.
I don't
dude, look it up. Yes, that's a fact. I know for a fact.
So what I meant to say was this butcher in Brockton, Massachusetts.
Now that's
where I don't live.
So that sounds like it's on the up and up.
Okay,
go right ahead. Go right ahead.
Yeah. Makes a great stew. No one knows what's in it. Secret ingredients. You will not.
They say all those weird meats just taste like chicken. All the second tier white meats.
I've heard that about a lot of things though. Like crocodile tastes like chicken.
I've had gator. I've had alligator.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Is that okay? That's what I'm talking about.
I
I'm
heard
sorry.
it's a little rubbery.
It's not like chicken. It's different. It's tasty.
Okay.
You gotta get in this fritters. It's like Louisiana style.
Wow.
Ryan, did you have it at Dick's Last Resort? Is that where you had it?
What?
No, he's from Virginia.
His grandmother cooked that for him.
That's at a Louisiana Express.
So that's just Tuesday for you.
Damn it! That was a bad joke.
That's good Cajun food, man.
There you go.
I'll eat alligator any goddamn day.
See, I think in a lot of those states that is legal to do that. If you hit the deer,
if you hit
the deer, you can put it in your vehicle.
Yeah.
But in this state though, because I don't know, it's too much industry around there. They don't let you do it. I promise you, it's definitely illegal. Which I think is dumb. I do think it's dumb. Just saying, like. I'm starting to look into all this bullshit. I want to learn about the seasons.
You've clearly done your homework.
Dude, I want to kill something with a bow and arrow. I'm sorry, dude. I really do.
The truth comes out. I like how you said, I want to kill something.
Like,
I feel like this whole episode was building to that moment.
Yes.
That's what we really were doing.
It'll end up being a rabbit or something stupid.
He tried his best to avoid it. Like, he was like, hey, is that soundboard clean?
Nobody who guns is
anyway. I want to kill something with a bow and arrow.
Yeah.
Speaking of killing,
this episode's going to get posted. It's not going to say attention deficit. The new podcast name is I want to kill something.
I would like to
with
kill
James Corbett and friends.
Something /1.
You know what's funny? I know what you mean.
Don't you think that, dude? With a bow, with a rifle, dude, that's a different thing, man. But with a bow and arrow, dude, are you kidding me? Yeah, you got to get so close to that thing. You got to be like 30 to 40 yards away. And you want
to get to know it first, right, Corbett? Yeah, you want to know its name.
I want to hear him
and what it does for work.
Right. I want to see where his kids go to school, just in case. Just in case.
Just so I can take it all away from him. I mean the deer. I want to take it all away from them.
Hold on, what did you just ask, Ryan?
I said, do you ever try to use a bow and arrow?
No, never.
It's really hard.
I've heard.
Really hard.
I've only ever heard.
It's the last phase of hunting. Like everyone starts off in hunting, they start with a shotgun, they go to like a rifle.
That's what Rogan is.
Work your way to bow.
Yeah. And that's dude. He's a badass. You know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that would be great, though. You know, like
I support you.
That'd be cool.
That is some. You know, like you kill your own deer and harvest it, and then make your own like elk steak, or
an elk fillet.
And there you go. An elk tenderloin, perhaps.
Maybe.
I love tenderloins.
Hey, what's your guys' stance on veal? Are you guys okay with that?
That's fucked. I do.
It's pretty messed up.
Yeah, I do agree with that.
As a kid, I didn't know what veal was.
Right.
So like. My parents would be like, "Oh, what do you want?" I was like, "I want that delicious meat that I had before, that veal parmesan."
Right.
We just told my cousin what veal is, and he's 34 years old.
Right.
He didn't know.
Right. Yeah.
But
ignorance is bliss. The guy's been eating veal; it's delicious.
Right, ignorance is delicious.
Right.
It is incredible.
There you
I'm
go.
not gonna lie to you guys. It's hard to be like, no, that's not for me.
But once I learned what it was, I was like, oh man, like I would never be a vegetarian because I love meat so much.
Yeah.
I admire folks who are vegetarians, but I could never do it.
Oh yeah, no, I could.
But I would never I can't eat veal knowing what it is.
Yeah, I would never even try the vegetarian vegan thing. But dude, if it works for you, more power to you. You know, I'm not mad about that at all.
I'm not one of those people who's like, oh, they're wrong and or anything like that.
That's only them. That's the vegans who say that about people who eat meat. And then people like us are like, dude, that's fine.
Ahead,
I'm not telling you you're an idiot. Like, I enjoy the taste of meat. I'm not going to stop. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But
most vegetarians and vegans are pretty understanding of that, but there certainly are the hardcore,
the proselytizers, dude. You know, it's like, come on, man, give me a break.
You know what? The only time you know what it is? I bet you this is why people are like, maybe vegans get made fun of or talked about is probably because they're part of that group to the point where they need to tell you about what they're doing. They need to mention it. They need to like try to talk about it.
Yeah.
So that's why you don't like them. It's like, if you want to do what you want to do and just don't tell me about it, that's fine.
Right.
As soon as I start hearing about it, and it's like interrupting my day, then all of a sudden you're on my radar now.
Right.
Whereas if if you're just a vegetarian, you're just a vegetarian. Like that doesn't really happen that often. But if you're vegan,
have you heard?
I know you're vegan because you can't stop telling me.
Have you heard that? I forget who. It might have just been like a stupid like Twitter joke or a meme or something like that. But it was how can you tell if someone's vegan or does CrossFit? Because they'll tell you about it right away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Either one, you know.
That's right. That's good.
People, they proselytize, dude.
Right. There's no trick to it.
Right. It's I don't know. Kills me.
Yeah, vegan dar and CrossFit dar.
What's dar?
I'm using
Like
that as a
radar,
replacement
like
instead
gaydar?
of gaydar. Those are very simple things. I'm sorry, I just coined two terms really quickly.
You did. See, that's what I think. I think you're a great comedy writer. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Thank you.
Because you're always like, we go back and forth on like Twitter and Facebook, and you're always very quick, and you always add something immediately. You know what I mean? It's never like, I don't know.
I try to go A to C rather than A to B.
Yeah, but it's funny though. You know, like you would be like Greg Fitzsimmons does this. Like he's like a mercenary like punch up guy.
He's not the dead one, is he?
No, he's still around.
He's
Who
very
am I
much
thinking?
alive.
Yeah.
Who am I thinking of?
I don't know. Greg.
Greg
Okay.
Giraldo?
Oh yeah.
That might be it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
both named Greg. Last name's not similar at all. But
Yeah.
the first names you got half of it.
I get my Gregs confused. I have terrible Greg-dar.
See, there he fucking goes. This fucking guy. No, but like Fitzsimmons is like people call him in a lot, and they're like, "Listen, we need you to be here for the last 2 weeks of writing, just for punch up." You know what I mean? Because he adds value quickly. That's what you do. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Thank you for saying that.
I'm just being honest, dude. People don't compliment each other enough in like the comedy, sphere.
I agree with that.
You know, not at all, dude. No one will ever be one to be like, oh, hey, that was really strong the way you did that, or however you wrote that or whatever. It's like that's something that I don't have, so why would not admire that you do?
Joe seems to have.
I would
something
say,
there.
I would say that,
sorry.
as far as when someone gives you a tag or like someone goes to like say something about something that you did,
Right.
Even if it's positive, it's very rarely something that you'll end up using,
Right.
Like very rarely,
Right.
because either you don't feel like you did it or like whatever, or you don't really consider it. I'll say this hasn't happened to me often with him, but when it does, I'm always like, I'm actually probably gonna explore that a little bit because that was really funny.
Okay.
Matt Kona, local Boston,
Very
comedian.
funny dude.
One of our
Very funny.
tags up more stuff for people. And I've heard him say stuff to other people about their jokes. I'm like, that is better than anything that they did in the bit.
Exactly.
And then anytime he's ever said anything about one of my bits or said something to me like briefly about it, I'm like, damn it. Like, I was like, I'm going to have to end up using that.
Right.
Like, I don't really want to, but you know what? I have to. He's right.
Yeah,
Like,
Right.
he is one of the
got
nicest
excellent
guys.
mind
Yeah,
with-
Now-
one of the nicest guys, one of the funniest guys, and also one of the first stand-up comic guests we ever had on the Beers and Laughs podcast.
Fuck yes. He would
Which,
be
by the way,
he
the
would do
Beers
that.
and Laughs podcast is why we haven't even talked about it at all. Tell us about Beers and Laughs.
This is what we do on the
and
the
why
show.
you're
Yeah.
the better. Yeah, and
We're not
why
good
you're-
at plugging.
and why you're the better host.
Oh, well, I mean, why I'm the better host
now
is
we're just
pretty
starting
clear.
beef.
All you have to do is listen to one episode. It's kind of like a vegan thing. I'll just tell you. I'll tell you that I'm no, Jacob's fantastic. The Beers and Laughs podcast, boy, it is what it sounds like. Sometimes we have a comedian on as a guest. Sometimes we will go to a brewery and talk to them about their beer.
Okay.
And those are fun episodes. But it really is just what it is. We try craft beers. We talk about what the beer is. We taste test it. We have a little bit of a grading system on the show to talk about which beers are best and which ones we like the best. But really, it's mostly about starting off an episode fairly sober and ending it in an awful drunken bedlam.
I like that.
Wonderful.
I like that.
What's good about it is we can pretty much have anyone on as a guest and get them to open up.
Right.
Yeah.
Because the
lubrication.
I mean, you're not obligated to drink a beer. We've had straight edge people on the show before, and we did a root beer episode. So you don't have to drink the beer, but it is encouraged. But it's just we just have fun. A lot of times it is craft beer. The way it started was Jacob and I used to do a basketball podcast a million years ago. We're like podcasting OGs.
What was that?
We had like the first podcast.
What was it called though? Even if it's not available, whatever.
I think you can still find NBA Unplugged.
Is that what it was?
out
Okay.
there. I think that's still up there, and also on YouTube, we had something called PBTV.
Okay. Now PB peanut butter.
Yes, it was specifically a peanut butter podcast.
Nice.
No, it was.
Joe's allergic, so
We had a basketball blog called The Pro Basketball Talk.
okay.
We had that name before the actual Pro Basketball Talk, but they're more successful than we are. But yeah, we did
Hey,
PBT.
someone had to bow out of the race.
You're right.
They emailed us one time. It was cool. Those guys are straight.
It was amicable.
It was a cease and desist, not an email. But
Those guys emailed us, told us to back the hell off. But yeah, whatever. No, they're cool. No, but that's how it's like. So we were doing this PBTV thing, which is a YouTube. I think you can still find some of those.
Okay.
And
now is that pro basketball TV? I need to know.
Yeah, it was pro basketball talk / TV. I don't know. We had a whole thing. But yeah, when we used to do that podcast, we would always have a beer of the day.
Okay.
So we would bring on whatever beer we were drinking while doing the podcast. We would talk about it, and then. We were talking about this earlier. We had that like Seinfeld moment. We're like, "This is the show." Yeah. We're like, we would usually spend like the first 20 minutes just kind of like bullshitting, doing whatever, just talking about whatever, and talking about the beer, enjoying it, talking about the taste, and kind of like giving the beer a free plug. And then we just decided to make that the actual show. So we've been doing that ever since.
That is sweet, man.
Yeah,
I like that.
Cool.
Yeah. It was. I've done the show. We had a blast. It was a great time. Honestly, it was a great time. And you guys had a great. Wow, you hear that wheeze?
Yeah, I did. Are you okay?
I don't know, dude. Yeah, you had a great selection of craft beers though. I remember I had a couple kick-ass beers that day, and I was like, oh my god, this is fantastic. I commend you.
My co-host Jacob Noble is probably more of a beer connoisseur than I am.
Okay.
His uncle ran a beer store for many years, so he worked in the store and got an idea of what was coming in and coming out. So he knows beer better than I do. I'm more of a beer fan.
Right.
But I have become aware of what's out there and stuff.
Right.
But yeah, we do a lot of craft beer talk, but it's mostly just about getting drunk and having fun.
Love it.
And sometimes sharing things we wish we hadn't. So
I don't know what that's about. we certainly don't do that.
Yeah. We've never named names on this show.
No. Yeah, every time we walk away, we're always like, I hope everyone heard that.
Yeah.
Wish I didn't use my ex's first and last name.
Yeah, right? No, I do that all the time. I'm like, so I was with my buddy, and I'm like, hey, Dave. Oh, damn it! All right. Anyway, I'm the worst.
Yeah, I actually have a little bit of a beef with.
You sort of teased this before we went on.
Wait, hold on.
I'm scared.
No, with the beer community as a whole, and the amount of crap I get for drinking Coors Lights, by anybody. Well, a lot of people I know are into the craft beer. They're into like all that stuff. So if I have a Coors Light, people give me a
look down on you.
Oh my god! I feel judged.
You know what it is, though?
And then they just go, "Oh, like what were they out of real beer?" And they make all these little comments and all that crap.
Yeah, it's like 300 less calories.
I don't. That's why I drink it.
Yeah.
But
only 4.2%.
Yeah,
that's I think it's less. I think it's like 3.9 or something. Or I don't know.
No, I think Ryan's right.
Is it
I gotta memorize that.
Okay.
Your typical domestic.
Bud Light's 4.2. Yeah, Bud Light's 4.2.
I
That's
like
fine.
to just have something in my hand. I like to have a drink in my hand. I don't dislike craft beers. I would drink a craft beer.
Right.
I can't have more than one or two.
Nobody should be.
But
you know what I mean?
I would agree with that. No one should do what we're doing on the podcast.
Yeah, but when I have done it, I literally feel like such crap that I'm like, I can't keep drinking.
That's what I'm saying.
So I just drink this because I don't want to feel like shit.
Dude, it's a watery beer. It's the best option if you're going to pound beer.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
And that's the only way I drink it.
Craft,
it's like I can't.
Craft beers are for like a meal and shit. You know, it's like a wine pairing. You know,
right? This is a lot. This is very similar to our vegan conversation, where it's like some people just live that lifestyle and go about their business, while some people will, talk about it nonstop.
You're right.
Throw it in your face, look down on you for doing something else.
Yep.
And there are absolutely people out there like that. Myself, I am not one. Joe handed me a beautiful Coors Golden Banquet beer before we went on, and I've been enjoying it thoroughly.
You complained a little, but you did drink. You complained a little. Because I was real close to taking it away from you. I was like, if you don't want it, I'll take it. I'll take it right
now. That is fair.
I'm a dad now. I will drink all 6 of these beers on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Don't you doubt it.
That is both true and fair.
Don't you doubt it.
But I am certainly not that type of person to look down on someone else's beer choice, but I do have my taste. I love an IPA. I love a very hoppy, aromatic, in-your-face style for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have a live show coming up.
Oh, plug the shit out of that.
At Maggie's Lounge in Quincy.
Okay.
Where we do a lot of the Pick
debates.
a Side Stupid debate shows.
Yes.
Which I'm on this Friday.
Nice.
Goes 7 to 9.
Dude,
Maggie's Lounge.
this is a plug machine right now. We're
Might as well.
killing it.
We're never good with plugs. This is going.
Let's keep the train
Keep
rolling,
chugging
right?
along. Tell us about your live show.
It's on May 17th, Maggie's Lounge, Quincy, Massachusetts. We are going to do a live show / tap takeover.
What time of the day is that?
That is at 7 p.m.
Okay.
Eastern Standard Time.
Is that a free show or is that like
That is
tickets,
a free
or?
show.
Okay.
You are encouraged to come in and try some of Bog Iron's beer. So we are doing a Bog Iron tap takeover.
Nice.
They are our friends. They are from Norton, Massachusetts, where I live, right down the street from where I live. So I got to know the guys there, and we asked them if they wanted to do it, and they're totally down. So
that is awesome,
A
dude.
couple of the taps at Maggie's Lounge are going to get taken over by Bog Iron. We're going to kind of encourage people to try their beer because they were nice enough to be a part of it. And yeah, it's just gonna be a fun communal thing going on. We're gonna play games. There's games, ladies and gentlemen.
Talent show.
Sing along. If this doesn't sell it to people, I don't know what will. We're gonna have fun.
Hell yes. No, go ahead. Go ahead. Continue.
I don't think I had anything else.
Oh, all right.
I was gonna make it up as I went along.
I like it. Now, all right. Now, you guys, you want to take a quick pee break?
Yes,
you down for
let's
that?
do that.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna do the bathroom thing. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. Ryan's gonna throw on some dope live local music. I'm sorry. Ryan's gonna throw on some great local music for you guys. So enjoy that, and we'll catch you back in 10 minutes.
up since fucking 5 working. I came here afterwards. About that, yeah. About that. About that forward and long. Seconds. Here you go. Yeah. Gotta get right on that.
Don't let our youth go to waste.
Minute 30.
All right, party people, we're back. you guys are all like, you're like sitting back and shit. Like,
no, my bad.
You're gonna let me just Bill Bird on this shit?
I didn't expect you to say party people. That's all it was.
Hey, we're drinking beers. We're party people, right?
You know what you should do is start every podcast and coming back from break with party people.
Party people, yeah.
Because they say in podcasting that you should start to build trends on the show because then people will keep listening if they know what they're going to get.
Okay.
So always saying certain things the same way gets people hooked.
I say what up.
Maybe I shouldn't be talking about this.
I say what up. I say what up, internet. That's kind of my thing.
Oh, okay.
But
I like that.
I do like the party people for the break, though. You know what I mean?
There you go.
You write party people.
See
all
what
the
I'm talking
time
about with the
in
punch-up skills and shit?
description.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You write party people in the description.
I do.
Of
I will type that a lot. Yeah,
Yeah,
I will type
type
that a
that a
lot.
lot.
But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like this, of all the podcasts that I've heard and been on, this is the one that I would listen to maybe at a party.
Yeah.
You know?
Just be like, hey, listen to these crazy assholes while we drink.
Yeah.
It's a good time. I take that as a compliment, you know?
Yeah.
When you're at a party, you put on your favorite music and shit. So hey,
we're having interesting conversations that could inspire party conversations.
it's like
heated discussion.
It's like the
drunken banter.
The Red Fox, the party albums, you know? Those remember those?
That's right.
The party records he called them, I think. Yeah.
A legend.
Those were big.
Actually, I take that back. I would listen to Beers and Laughs probably at a party or in my car at work, possibly at a funeral. I don't know, anytime.
In my house or with the mouse or when I wear my blouse around the house.
I did kind of get into a Dr. Seuss plug, didn't I?
I loved it.
Hashtag Seuss plugs.
Hold on. I gotta bring this up to you guys before I forget because we were talking about like early 2000s shit, you know, and like crazy shit, and that was when the internet was like a Wild West.
Goggle sunglasses.
You know, when you like that was when like I saw
no restrictions.
I saw that reporter get beheaded online in like 8th grade. They just cut just cut the guy's head off. You know what I mean? Which all right, that's
No,
never mind.
that's a term. What are you getting at?
For real.
No one should see that.
I don't know why I led with that. I'm sorry. We got to talk about this one. This was like this was like during the 2 girls 1 cup generation. You know when that was going. It was like
Stone Cold classic.
This is over a decade old. We're saying here. Okay, this was over a decade. I saw this in high school. This video. And I don't know why it cracked me the fuck up. It's kind of fucked up, but I thought it was genuinely hilarious. There was a couple. They're out, in the woods, and they're in like full like hunting regalia. You know, like they have a gun. They're all decked,
camo,
they're all
guns, crossbows,
chew in the mouth. You know,
classic.
Yeah, no, but so anyway,
good red blood American NRA
exactly.
member. Yeah, we got it.
Dropping N-words with hard R's, and there's no black people around. Okay, now so anyway, this couple, they're out in the woods. They're ready to hunt. Clearly, right? They got their gun. They got their their fucking Russian hats on and the coats and everything, and so they they're out trouncing around in the woods, and they see a bear up in a tree, and they have a big rifle, and they shoot the bear out of the tree. Bear falls to the ground, okay, and then they go over to seemingly collect the bear, but then the scene cuts. It's like a cut. 1 second they're approaching a dead bear with the camera, right? Next scene. This guy's got his wife. They're both butt naked. Yeah. He's got his wife bent over this dead bear's body.
Okay.
And he's hitting it doggy style. and with the motion of the ocean that's going on there, he's just going like, oh yeah, baby, shake that. Yeah, baby, shake that bear. Shake that bear. That's what the video's called. The video's called Shake That Bear.
Yeah.
Now you guys have not seen it. I can tell.
I haven't seen
from
it.
your reaction. Yeah, you guys clear. No one chimed in yet. So
I haven't seen it. I certainly am open to viewing it. I see other pornography that takes place on beds or couches, and why not a dead bear?
A bear screaming.
What I will say is that is by far less offensive than 2 girls 1 cup.
I agree. I
2 girls 1
wholeheartedly.
cup is disgusting.
I wholeheartedly agree with that. And I never saw that video. I never saw 2 girls 1 cup. Someone told me about it. They told me what happens in it, and I said, that's fine. I'll take your word.
They told you what happened in it?
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you right now, just by the title, you figure it.
More or less.
Right, you're not sure what's in the cup. You can probably take a guess.
You could take a guess.
I thought
what
it
would
was
be offensive.
I thought it was going to be like one of those cups filled with like 100 dudes' jizz or something.
Right, like a nookie cookie or
something crazy.
Yeah.
And then they were like, no, dude. And I was like, all right, so what do they drink? Piss?
James is familiar with the industry terms.
No, yeah. Right. But, so was it the
a little revealing there, but it's okay. Now we know what you're into.
I love it. No, but and I'm like, so what is this girl like? They're drinking this guy's piss or what? And he's like, no, dude. And I'm like, bro, is it Is it number 2? he's like, no, it's more of a number 3.
You know you're uncomfortable when you start referring to it as number 2.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right.
Oh, see, no, not number 2.
I refuse to perpetuate the lie that girls poop, dude. I'm sorry. I don't believe it.
You think it was a work?
I think it's a ruse.
Yeah,
I think it's a ruse.
It doesn't look a lot like the poop I've seen.
I think they just go.
It looks very much like if you shat in a soft serve machine, like what would come out.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Which, by the way, is one of the greatest transitions in American cinema. I believe is from Me, Myself, and Irene.
I know exactly the scene you're talking about.
Yeah. When he finally snaps and then he goes to take a shit on his neighbor's front lawn, Steve Sweeney, by the way.
Right.
And he goes to take a shit on his front lawn. It's him.
You're right, dude.
Yeah, goes to take a shit on his front lawn. As soon as he goes, and they focus on his face, they cut right to soft serve chocolate ice cream.
Yeah.
Right.
And he goes, from him grunting, and he hands him an ice cream. Like,
That's
that is
right.
spectacular.
Yeah.
It's the Farley brothers.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
It doesn't get better than
Classic.
Underrated film. Me, Myself, and Irene.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I think it got its due. You know.
I remember when it came out, I was super excited for it because I'm a huge Offspring fan.
Okay.
That's my favorite band. And they had a song on the soundtrack, so I bought the soundtrack even before I saw the film.
Oh, no kidding.
Yes, it was a cover of the AFI song "Total Immortal," and I was super into it. And then I saw the movie, and I was like, "Oh, I don't care about the soundtrack anymore."
Yeah.
This shit is
The
good.
It's great. I
Yeah.
mean, Jim Carrey is like that's
At his
a
best.
perfect role for him.
Yep.
You know, absolutely. Right.
Unhinged, classic Carrey.
Yeah, right. This guy is believable as the goofy, nerdy, like, oh, shucks type of guy, but he's also a psychopath.
He can do anything.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
He's the best, man. Have you ever seen his stand-up from before?
Yes.
Like at the store?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, like pre and living color.
the
Jim
gym
Carrey.
the gym dancers. He had the dance with the JIM on it, dude. Like that still to this day holds up. Like he was doing jokes about like the Middle East and everything. You know, like he did like a joke about the radio that they play over there, like how it was like BBC type stuff. He's like, you know, how it's so so deadpan and everything. He's like, blah, 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 blah. And now, a word from our hostage. You know, because it was just, dude, it was so fucking funny, dude. And it's like, oh, shit, that's still, you know, that was it was like a Desert Storm joke. That's like 25 years old. And it still made me laugh.
Anybody our age is Jim Carrey. Like, he's that
day,
perfect
dude.
time for us.
All day.
Oh man, Ace Ventura,
Dude.
come on, man.
Pet Detective.
My two,
on, man.
I got two older twin cousins, right, and when they were like 13, I was like 8 or 9, and they were like, "So, what does the name Ace Ventura mean to you?" And I was like, "Absolutely nothing." They were like, "Get in here right now. We're gonna show you some shit." And they loved me because like, even though I was like 4 years younger than them, I was like mentally though, because of where I grew up, I was like a year behind them. You know, like they would say shit to, like I was good at talking shit when I was like 9. You know, like they would talk shit, and I'd be like, "Dude, go fuck yourself, dude." You know, and then like, "Yo, this kid's hilarious." I'm like, "No, yeah, I don't." They just loved me, so they would expose me to that shit that you shouldn't quite be exposed to yet. You know, like a lot of rated R movies, a lot of hey, let's go. My older cousin, let's go grab fucking John's pornos. Fucking, you know. Like,
One of my friends' dads was just like totally fine with us watching anything when we were kids.
Right. Yeah.
Everyone's got that
cool
friend's
dad.
dad. I feel like, yeah, the cool dad. He was divorced. Like he didn't give a shit.
Right.
I remember this a terrible movie.
Don't burn anything down.
Called Cat and Ron. You guys ever heard of Cat and Ron?
oh my God, yes.
It is like
yes.
a raunchy R-rated comedy from probably the early 90s.
It's like
I
Captain
would
Crunch.
guess. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I remember like we watched that when we were like 10 or something like that. Like they're saying every swear in the book. There's titties. Like even as a kid, I was just like, I know I'm not supposed to be watching this.
Even as a kid, you're like,
this
this is a little much.
Yeah, this is totally over my comfort level. I can't do this.
Right.
Also, I'm like in this guy's basement apartment. I'm like, why am I watching Cat and Ron right now?
See, my dad was pretty cool about that. Like, if it was me and him personally, he would, you know, he wouldn't like, you know, I couldn't have friends over and watch this type of shit with him. But if it was him and I, he would same type age, you know, 10, 11. You know, movies with naked women in it, you know, so, you know, any sorts of language. He didn't, and he's a really conservative type dude. Like, he didn't allow me to swear. Like, he would get upset with me for swearing until I was in high school. But at 10, he'd let me watch these movies and like with like some straight up hate speech in it, dude. You know, I remember this one time, dude.
He's trying to mold you, Jim.
No, he's the dude. Like for as old as he is, he surprises me a lot with like a lot of the shit that he says, man. Like about. Like, you know, like even again, just because his age, not that he's ever said anything shitty, but people will bring up like a gay person, and he just like flippantly he'll be like, dude, they're born that way. Like, end of conversation. Like, I don't fucking take any more of my time with this.
Lady Gaga said it too.
You know, but my dad's older than she is, so
right.
Maybe he said it in the 40s.
You know, I'm impressed by
a lot of similarities.
Yeah, oh, for sure, dude, for sure. But and again, like, so I'm just trying to say he's not a bigoted dude. But I remember this joke vividly though, because it cracked him up so hard. There was a couple it was like some mob movie, and these two mob guys. It wasn't The Sopranos though. Some mob movie where these two mob guys they're hanging out like doing like a stakeout on somebody or something like that, and they end up on the couch making out. You know what I mean? And
the two mob guys?
The two mob guys, yeah. So they end up on
that.
I'm into that. I like that. So the two I don't remember. I
like a solid twist.
I wish I could remember.
I wouldn't have expected that.
But so the two and this is how.
Was this like Family Guy? I feel like that's something that would happen in Family Guy.
No, this was a legit. I wish I could remember what movie it was, man. But
oh wait, so this wasn't a spoof. This was.
No. This is a real like movie.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
It wasn't The Sopranos because there was a lot of
what
like.
What era was this?
Dude, this was in the 90s. I was probably 9 or 10. And I remember my dad was in his chair, like, you know, reclined in his chair, and I was sitting on the floor. So he's behind, I can't see him, but he can see me.
Yeah.
So he's watching the TV in the back of my head.
You better not be liking this.
And no, not at all.
That'd be funny.
Not at all. The two guys.
I'm so glad we landed
James,
here.
James, get your hand out of your pants. James, get your hand out of your pants, please.
Hands where I can see it, because he's a cop. You know, my dad was a cop.
Oh, okay. Hands where I can see
That's
it.
a good joke. I'm sorry. That's a good joke.
Now this should go in your act. I bet your relatives say that on Thanksgiving.
So he's watching me watch this, and like sees me visibly like get tense. Like I'm just like,
boy.
You know what I mean? And then
butthole clench.
And then from behind me, he goes, "Ooh, a couple of queers, huh?" and just starts dying laughing, dude. You know what I mean?
People,
and again, he's not a bigot, dude. He's not. He's one of the. Honestly, he's one of the.
That is fantastic.
He's the most forward-thinking elderly man I know of. You know, but dude,
he's having a little fun.
It cracked, dude. It cracked.
You New Englanders, I gotta say, you're the only people who say the word queers.
Yeah,
You're the only one.
Well, we say queer.
That's right. I mean,
you gotta be queers.
I was born in Virginia. My parents are not. They're from Providence, Boston. So my mom said she says queer is weird. You know.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, that's
As
very
peculiar.
Queer.
Yeah.
That's really queer.
Right.
Yeah.
Out of the norm.
Oh, that was very unprofessional.
That's crazy that happened in like that movie. That's super woke for like the 90s.
Yeah, dude, I can't remember what. Dude, it might have been one of the Godfathers, dude. I honestly.
What?
Yeah, I can't remember.
I don't remember that scene.
I only remember.
I don't remember that either.
I only remember the
part.
I feel like you may have gotten like a Godfather porn parody. Was it called Godfather 69?
No, but I don't know. I can't remember, dude.
Well,
I
hey,
cannot remember.
was it God?
I actually had to bug you guys because you were talking about Jim Carrey in serious roles, and have any of you guys seen Eternal Sunshine?
Oh, one of my favorite films.
I did.
I love that movie.
I thought it was a great movie. Yeah, I did like that movie a lot.
I feel like that was his first pretty serious role. And he just absolutely knocked it out of the park.
Really good serious role too. Yeah, really knocked it out.
You know what I really liked him was he got to play a villain. He got to play the Riddler in Batman
That's
Forever.
right.
You know,
Right.
Even though he didn't get to be as maniacal as I think he could be with a villain type role, but because it was kind of theatrical.
This was not Heath Ledger's
which
Joker.
he did well. Yeah. But he did the Riddler well with still maintaining some level of funny, but being a bad guy, like kind of thing. You know,
That was a good role too, actually. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you gave him a really dark, like murderous, like American Psycho type role, he would kill you. He'd be awesome.
Did anyone see the number 23?
I was just gonna bring that up because I didn't see it, but I know that was like it was a thriller type thing, right? Like
Yeah.
he didn't kill anyone, right? In that movie, he's not like
I have no recollection of
okay.
it.
was that after a beers and laughs?
That might have been after a Beers and Laughs episode. I usually don't know what goes on after that.
There you go.
Yeah,
excuse me.
We have fun. Very soon we're gonna do a show where. Did you guys hear about the sugar-free gummy bears thing?
No.
So Haribo.
Yep,
How do you
Haribo.
say it? They put out the sugar-free gummy bears that they had to take off the market because everybody who was eating them just would shit themselves uncontrollably.
No kidding.
So,
Really?
there are a bunch of reviews of this product on the internet of people describing their experience on the toilet after having these gummy bears, and it's very graphic. It's it's very fun.
Wow.
So Jacob, my co-host, procured some of these sugar-free gummy bears, probably on the dark web. I don't know how he got them.
Wow.
But we have them. We've acquired them, and very soon we're going to eat them and then do an episode.
You can't drink
kind of like a. Oh yeah, we're gonna do it. Yeah, we're probably gonna die. It's kind of like a Steve-O thing we're going for.
That's a recipe.
Like a hot pocket.
How many bathrooms are in the place that you do the podcast?
2.
Okay.
So
that's true.
One,
that's true.
So
one for
I'm
me,
just
one
going to
for
make
him.
a suggestion here. You guys should do it. There should only be one bathroom, and then we'll see what happens.
2 guys, 1 toilet bowl.
Two guys, one toilet bowl. Like you guys eat those gummy bears, and then you're like, okay,
Cross butt streams.
Oh yeah. You can't cross them. It's terrible.
Hold on. Now, this is a throwback, dude. I forgot about this. This very show that you're on was almost called 2 Guys, 1 Mic.
Really?
Yes, dude. Because you
guys were gonna like Lady
Was
in the
it?
Tramp
Yeah.
one microphone.
We had an H1 Zoom. That's why and so we would just put the mic
like,
down.
yeah,
it was just an omnidirectional mic, and
There you go.
we talked about that.
We did?
and because we looked up the show, and some other 2 schmucks had the and dude. When we looked up that show, they were on like
Not us.
No.
We're not schmucks.
When we looked that show up, they were on like episode 6. And guess how many are on iTunes now?
6.
Exactly.
6, yeah.
We should have fucking taken that anyway. But I'm much happier with where we're at now.
I like your name.
But
we got very lucky with the name
That's a
Beers
great
and
name,
Laughs.
dude.
It is a good name,
Yeah.
and because
It's
we started
so-
so early, like we have beersandlaughs.com, we got Beers and Laughs on Twitter, we got it on Instagram. Like we can be found in like
we will never ever have attentiondeficit.com.
Yeah, it's too
That will
common
never.
phrase.
That's never going to happen. It's going to have to be Attention Deficit Pod or Attention Deficit Podcast.
Right.
You know,
Which
whatever.
is fine too, because then that tells people what it is.
I do like that though. I do like how the podcast thing. It's a descriptor and also a name of the show. You know what I mean? It lets people know right up and
Especially
down.
because a lot of people, I feel like,
You don't know if it's TV or radio.
Still don't understand what a podcast is.
That's so true.
There's still
Very
a
true.
Dude, it's so true.
huge portion of the
You say
population.
podcast, and some people are like, "Oh, well, I don't."
Oh, it's
I-
like that
I couldn't figure that
cereal
out.
thing I heard about.
Right.
No,
Yeah.
but they go, "I can't figure that out. I don't know." It's like, you know how easy it is.
Yeah.
It's so ridiculous.
Oh, you have-
Oh, what do I got to get some app? What's the app called?
Right.
It's called Podcast.
Yeah.
It comes on your iPhone.
Right.
You literally don't have to download
No,
it.
yeah, people
Yeah.
do have a weird thing with it. It's
Yeah.
it's bizarre.
Right. Anything they haven't heard of before, or haven't done yet, it's like, well, I can't figure that out. It's like,
Right.
no, you
Which,
can.
You know what though? I'm kind of guilty of that in a little bit of a way too though. You know, I only listen to the only reason I ever started listening to podcasts ever was because Tommy Chong was on Joe Rogan, and I was like, oh, dude, that's gonna be a great conversation. Like those 2 guys. And I listened to it, and that was like, you know, Joe Rogan, like 225 or some shit. And then I went back and I listened to everything that he did before that. And then he had Ari on one day.
That's how it happens.
And then Ari, you know, then Joey Diaz
Snowballs,
started. Dude, it's fucking crazy. Like every show that I listen to, I can trace back to how Joe Rogan fucking, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's
Yep.
so weird, dude, you know?
The 6 degrees of the Joe Rogan experience.
I talk about him on literally every episode we
Yeah,
ever do.
it's
It's ridiculous,
sickening.
dude. It's ridiculous.
I've actually never heard his podcast. I pretty much only know him as the UFC
Blasphemous. Blasphemous.
How do you feel about his stand-up?
I don't think I've ever seen a stand-up.
Okay, a lot of people judge him on the stand-up. I'm not a huge fan of the stand-up, but his podcast, dude, it literally will change your life. No, I'm not kidding. Like he has so many people on there with like so much. It's like a breadth of knowledge, dude, that you would never even. You're like, how the fuck?
A breath of knowledge.
No, it's a breadth.
BREDTA.
Oh, I thought you said breath of knowledge.
No, like it's
Either way, it kind of makes sense.
You know?
So that's why I was.
It's a breath
like,
of fresh knowledge.
Yeah,
That
Ooh,
could be a good
that-
subtitle for any podcast.
That's what I'm
There you
saying. I like the like the thought of that.
That's going to be the name of. We got to start naming our episodes. That could be the name of this episode.
That could be
a breath of fresh
which
knowledge.
It could not be further from what has happened, like at all. Like at no point is anyone like, wow,
we're just gonna.
I can watch a bear fucking video now. I didn't know that before.
Right.
Like that's as far as that.
We're just gonna call this episode Woke AF. That's
Jesus.
That's
you mean to tell me people don't like the Red Sox going to the Fenway Park?
Woke AF. That's one thing that that's a word that keeps popping up in the scene right now.
Stand that shit.
Comedy scene is woke, and if one more person says it on stage, I'm gonna freaking stab them.
I know.
I can't stand it.
How about
It's not a punchline. It's not a punchline. Okay, like people use it as a punchline. It's just a word.
Right.
It's not a punchline.
It's not going to be funny every time.
Right, and people have started to do that. And another one that I've noticed a lot of is people say like garbage fire a lot. Like that's going to make you laugh. Just saying garbage fire or trash fire.
You know what you need to see?
And I go, dude, stop just saying that. Like it's. Why is that?
Right.
No, it's not a joke.
You might as well go up there and hold up a meme and be like, right?
My life, garbage fire.
Hey, right?
My life's a garbage fire.
Is that not
hilarious?
That's
the image of a garbage fire. Oh my god!
Every garbage fire starts with just a small little tinder. No, you know what you need to see though. If that shit annoys you, do you know Workaholics? The show Workaholics. So their writers' room. Had two huge whiteboards that they just filled with every joke that should never be told again. It's like all those little things like dumpster fire.
That's a great idea.
Fire,
yeah,
that's a great idea.
And somebody tweeted it. So if you Google like Workaholics writer's room overused phrases, you'll get it. Here's so
every hack premise going right now.
Yes, that's
get
exactly
the
what
fuck
it is.
out of here with this shit. Yeah. That's awesome, dude.
Good.
Yeah,
good.
And that's so good because then if you have it put like somewhere, you can be like. No, that's on the board, dude.
See,
go
but,
fucking.
That's how I feel. That's how I feel about. Every time I say this, I sound like a Trump supporter. Is every late night right now is just the whole premise is just bashing him.
Right,
it's like, oh my god, will you come up with something?
I know.
I know he does a lot of stuff.
It was hilarious for the first 30 days.
Man.
Yeah, no.
Like, give me some other jokes. What else is going on, dude? This is tired.
I'm with you on that.
So tired.
I'm with you on that.
It's not even that I'm like, don't talk about my president that way.
Right.
I'm just like.
I could not
All right, let's move on.
I could not enjoy the man. I could not enjoy the man less, dude.
Yeah, you're right.
But I honestly, dude,
it makes TV unwatchable.
It really is horrendous, dude. It's horrendous.
Brutal, man. It's freaking brutal.
Yeah.
All right. Do you guys want to hear some? I pulled it up
for sure, dude.
All right,
comedians, if you're listening, fucking turn it up.
Can we take a crack at some of the things on this list?
Ooh.
It's if you can see the picture, it's kind of tough to like.
Okay.
To like find shit on it, but okay. Sorry, not sorry.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Blank, more like blank.
Okay.
Can you not? Shark Week. Let's not and say we did. I didn't not blank. Vajayjay.
Yep.
Okay.
Wait for it. I just threw up in my mouth.
That one definitely.
Is really
Right.
That's gonna be one.
That's the next one.
Yeah.
Really.
Wow.
Literally right under just threw up in my mouth.
Wow.
Really.
Yeah.
Bag of dicks. Good talk. Check please. Awkward. Rut-row. Lady boner. Shut the front door.
Lady boner.
I think that came out wrong. That's not a thing because science.
Damn.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to look at all these. They're great.
No, that's excellent. That is absolutely, that is in my wheelhouse.
I'm down with that.
I despise all of
that. That is a great idea. Like, that's just something every writer's room should employ, I feel like.
Yeah, please don't do this.
You know,
we need to.
Another great thing I heard, this was on a podcast, okay?
Aren't they great?
Nick, they're the
Beers and Laughs.
They're the Beers and Laughs. iTunes, Stitcher, YouTube, whatever. Are you on
Everywhere.
YouTube?
We're on YouTube.
You are? Okay, good. All right, I'm just making sure I'm not speaking out of turn on that one. But Nikki Glazer said this about when, I don't know, she had that show, I think, with Sarah Schaefer. They had a show they did like 1 or 2 seasons. So, but she was a showrunner, you know what I mean? Head writer or whatever the fuck. And she said that what they would do, and I don't know where she heard this, but she got it from someone else. They would get the writing packets and tear the front page off. Like, I don't want to know who wrote it. I don't care. Like I don't want someone's name to possibly affect the outcome of this.
Yeah, that's a good.
Tear the front page.
That's a great policy.
Tear the front page right off and go through the material.
Right.
And if this is good, then we'll find that person. You know what I mean? But she didn't want anyone being like, oh, I know this person, or oh, but they're like a really big name right now. It's like,
right,
dude.
I don't care, dude.
So much of judging of what's funny is based on who said it rather than what's being said.
So true, dude. So fucking
a
true.
huge problem, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean that even happens with like as far as when you're getting booked on a show or anything like that. If you see a name and you know that person. What can I get out of that if this person's on this show, kind of thing. Yeah, that happens a lot.
Yep,
happens a lot.
Agendas.
Oh yeah. You know what though? You hate to say it. It's not like I don't know. It's not like.
Is the phrase you're looking for tough titties?
No,
that's on the board, dude. Don't you dare! Don't you dare!
I'm not saying that. It's like one of those things where like that truly is just a massive part of every game that anybody's a part of right now.
Got to play the game.
That's exactly it.
You
don't want to.
Yeah,
you really don't.
I really don't want to.
But you know what? If you actually want to have any kind of level of success, it's you do have.
You know who doesn't play that game anymore? Unfortunately, the comedy one. We were talking about him earlier. Who is one of the nicest and genuinely one of the funniest people to ever do stand-up on a stage anywhere in this country is fucking Matt Kona.
Yeah.
And you know who doesn't do stand-up anymore? Matt Kona. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, like I feel like he's washed his hands of a lot of this shit just because of what we're talking about now. Like, it's like, dude, like, this is exhausting.
Right.
Like, get over yourselves, people. You know, like, I don't know, man. He was a great dude, and he was always, like, upfront about getting spots and stuff, about, like, listen, like, I don't want to say yes now because, like, I might have a buddy who, like, I've been doing comedy with for 5 years already that, he deserves that spot.
Yeah.
Like,
and he said that to you straight up.
He was straight up and down about it,
I will
dude.
say, you've told me this before, and I was like,
I always tell this story.
Yeah, because that is something that should be done is way more. And it's just a decency thing. And you know what? It's an honesty, a level of honesty that you can appreciate no matter who you are. Like, if you tell me, like, if you're trying to do a podcast with some brewery and you're, like, going to talk to them and you're like, hey, we want to sponsor, you sponsor us, da-da-da-da. Mm-hmm. You're like, I'm sorry, but we're doing this. We're a little tied up with that, and we've never really heard of you, or things, you'd be that like, happens. I'd much rather have you say that to me than just never get back to me, or just say something and string me along.
Yeah,
just be straight up.
The beer community actually is surprisingly good about that. Like, they always get back to you, even if it is a no.
Yeah.
So we found that it's very good. But actually, most people have been yeses, and we show up and they give us free beer.
Not
it's great.
For nothing though. They'd be stupid not to, because if you're a beer company, you have literally nothing to lose by just giving away some free beer.
For real, dude.
You literally have
cost you like 1 cent to pour.
Seriously, dude. To be like, hey, these guys, they say they got listeners or whatever. I don't know how big they are, but guess what? This literally cannot hurt our sales.
Right. So it's going to cost more to wash the glass than it is to
just take some time.
Legit
for them.
Yeah.
This could work for us. Like, why not do it?
Yeah. We've had a ton of breweries on. Funky Bow up in Maine was really fun.
I've heard about that place. Yeah.
Those dudes are insane.
I've heard about that place.
So you must have made your pilgrimage to Portsmouth, New Hampshire, and the massive beer community that they have.
Yeah. So I don't know if we've ever recorded with anybody there, but we have. We've had their beers on the podcast and talked about them. But yeah, we did Castle Island in Norwood, which is getting big. Skyrock in Attleboro is getting big. They've been on. Where else? We've been to a bunch of different places.
All over. Yeah.
Bog Iron a couple times because they're our boys.
Yeah. Have you been to the one in Easton yet? It's a B
Shovel.
Oh, that's right. No, that's right. Yeah, it is Shovel something or other. Yeah,
we haven't done that yet. I think we actually did email them though.
Yeah.
We had
Shoveltown Brewers. That's what it's called. That's what it's called. Yeah.
Lord Hobo, who does Boom Sauce, we had one of their brewers on. They're getting enormous right now.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
Oh, you got to have the Lord Hobo Boom Sauce. It's unbelievable.
Lord Hobo.
Is it an IPA though?
I keep hearing
it is.
Constantly.
Yeah.
Have you ever been?
I don't like the IPAs.
It's a smaller brewery in Portsmouth. Have you been to Earth Eagle?
I have heard of Earth Eagle, but I haven't been there.
It's a tiny little spot, and that's why I like it. It's just a little bit off of the beaten path of Portsmouth.
That's a lot of times where you find the best.
And Earth Eagle has got some heavy, heavy beers. They had one where I want to say they borderline screwed it up because they were like, hey, you guys need a sugar cube with this like sour beer. Like, we kind of overdid it. That's what you got to do to get this thing down.
Maybe that's what I need to do because I can never handle sours. Maybe I needed to start carrying sugar cubes like I'm a horse.
Yeah, so
you can start dropping road apples.
Check out Earth Eagle in Portsmouth. It is definitely, I think it's worth it. They had some really good beers. They had some that are way out of my range as far as like taste. That they're supposed to be good, like that's what everyone says.
Right.
And I've had a couple that I really like there, and then there's one time I'm like, can't drink. This is heavy for me.
Yeah, and everybody has different tastes, and I feel like that's what we run it. So every year in March, which we actually just did this, we have a tournament, March Craftness.
That's right.
Where we gather a bunch of different beers from the area or from anywhere, a bunch of different craft beers, and then we have a big gathering at somebody's house, and we just pit them against each other like it's a March Madness tournament. And
does anybody die?
There have been some years that it's gotten close.
Okay.
But no, we do pretty small tastes for everybody. This year, actually, a Leinenkugel beer won, so that shows you that anybody can win, not just a local that we're kind of friends with.
What was the beer?
And
how do you say it? Because
like you just said,
Leinenkugel.
Yeah.
Okay, I always say Leinenkugel.
You don't have to be like Leinenkugel.
No, it's a K.
Yeah, I know, but when I read it, I always see Leinenkugel, and I say Leinenkugel.
Okay,
that's fine.
I don't know. It's just like embedded in my brain. I'm like Leinenkugel.
I
ain't mad at you.
What we found, and it was their vanilla porter that won. But what we found is that oftentimes it's more about the type of beer that people like, as far as how they judge it, rather than the actual quality of each beer.
Right.
So it's like, if we got a bunch of people in the house today that like porters, probably a porter's going to win.
Right.
So that kind of happens.
And IPAs are huge right now for some reason.
Right.
Every brewery,
many years we've had IPA winners.
They have 12 beers. 8 of them are IPAs. One's a sour. It's like, dude, I don't...
New England IPAs specifically are super hot right now. So that's like the ones that have a ton of orange peel, very hoppy, kind of tastes like you're having an alcoholic orange juice.
Do you know the deal with the IPA? Do you know like
how it became
yes.
India Pale Ale, the smuggling thing,
right?
All that,
and they only put all that hops in there to make sure it would make it,
right?
You know what I mean? So and that's really, I don't know, man. I don't.
So you're saying that we shouldn't?
I don't like
taste
it
for this.
Yes. I'm being the guy right now who's like, listen, I don't like it, so fuck you. Neither can you. You know what I mean?
You're a beer vegan,
but there you go,
a vegan.
No, but a vegan. I like that. See, this fucking dude, he's quick.
All about the portmanteaus.
He's quick.
That's not a very good one.
No, but it was, but it came so fast.
It was
exactly
yes. First, not best.
No one else does that, you know. But I don't know. I don't like the heavy, that hoppy. That like
flavor.
That that
bitterness.
That film that it leaves on your tongue. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
It stays with you.
It does. For sure. You know,
if you're having an IPA day, you're gonna taste that for a little while. Your burps the next day will still taste like
100%.
It's almost like smoking a cigar.
Yes.
God.
That's a great way to put that, dude. It is a cigar of beers, dude. It lingers.
I've smoked cigar. I smoked a small itty bitty like a
roach.
A roach.
I love it. Yeah. I packed a cigar bowl.
Honestly, it was so small, and it was I smoked it with my brother-in-law, and then the next morning I woke up and I had a taste in my mouth.
Every time I have a cigar, I know about it for 2 days.
Right.
It makes you feel like crap sometimes.
It makes you wonder how anyone can do that all the time. Like the guys who smoke cigars like every day, they must always just taste that way, or it doesn't bother them anymore.
They just start to phase out, or something. Maybe their taste buds are just so scorched that they don't even know.
Right.
I don't know.
I'm done with tobacco, but I don't know. Are you a cigar smoker or no? Like occasionally, maybe?
My doctor would say I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Twice a year, so
exactly. Honestly,
literally, last time I went to the doctor, he was like, "Are you a smoker?" I was like, "No." He's like, "You never smoke?" I was like, "Well, I have a cigar if I'm at like a wedding or something."
Okay,
he was like, "Well, then you're a smoker." Right. Jeez, man,
dude, that's
cigar Nazi.
That's fucked.
Take it easy, bud.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Yeah, no, I honestly, I would say maybe 6 times at the most a year. A cigar.
I think that's about where I'm at.
There's no way.
I smoked a bunch of cigarettes this year in January for some random. Because it was after the
my New Year's resolution, a pack a day.
No, it was on New Year's.
Everybody falls off.
Can't keep up this pace.
Yeah. No, it was on New Year's though that I actually smoked a couple cigarettes with one of my friends, and then for like a few weekends in a row, I was like smoking cigarettes on the weekends, like with my buddy. They'd go out and I'd be like, all right, let me get one. And then at one point I was just like
I'm sure they love that.
This is retarded. Like, I'm not doing this. Is got to be over
smoky
now.
January. What are you gonna do?
It was very weird, man. I haven't smoked a cigarette more than a single puff just to shut someone the fuck up in like 10 years. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And so like that's it.
I went through a phase of maybe like a couple months when I was like 18 or something like that, where I was like, I think I'm going to smoke cigarettes.
Right, yeah. I have
no idea why.
Dude, I did the same thing. I was just like, I'm going to smoke. I don't know what it is. You just kind of, I don't know.
My dad was a smoker. Maybe that was
my mom. My mom was a smoker.
I always hated it because my grandfather was a smoker, and I was so like allergic to it. I hated it.
Same with me, dude. I'm not. I don't do well around cigarette smoke at all. I don't know why I would do that. I'm an idiot.
I had a joke that I wanted to like take up smoking because I want the ability to like walk away from conversations for that reason.
Hold that thought. I got to step aside and smoke.
Yeah, exactly.
Money, dude.
Yeah,
money.
And it's perfect. Yeah. It's golden. No one's gonna say like, "Oh man, he doesn't smoke."
Also, you get extra breaks at work.
Right, you just get to walk outside and hang out and not be a part of shitty conversation.
They don't have specific work breaks for any other addiction.
Exactly.
Like if you're a sex addict, you don't get a masturbation break.
Right, it's perfect.
They should have a masturbation break room where you bring like a box of Kleenex and
you hop in your car and drive really fast.
You know,
die like Eddie Griffin did.
Yeah.
In all seriousness, though, in China, if you're a non-smoking employee, you get another week of vacation time right away.
That is something we should be.
That's what the fuck I'm saying, dude.
They're smart with their calculations.
That's
so I think we should have
right.
They know what the
They're
fuck.
They're diligent over there. They are to the minute when it comes to work. They know what's up.
Second.
So true. Yeah. Now, all right. Now I hate to cut us off, but we gotta get out of here.
We gotta skedaddle.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. I'm sorry. We're at the 2-hour mark.
Wow, I didn't realize.
Yeah, we got people coming in. So let's James, real quick, plug some stuff. Let us know everything. Website, Twitter accounts, the whole nine. Do it right now.
Yeah. So me personally, I'm at James Bucklin 316 on Twitter and Instagram. So you can follow those accounts. As far as the podcast, it's called Beers and Laughs. We're on all the podcast stuff, Stitcher and Spotify and everything. Just search Beers and Laughs. And then Twitter accounts and Beers and Laughs on all Twitter, Instagram, everything like that. Beers and Laughs on Facebook.
And your co-host who's so easily forgettable, what's his name again?
I actually co-host the show with LeBron James now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
shit.
people
That's
should
a big
tune
sign.
in. Yeah, because he usually doesn't drink beer.
Wow. At LeBron James on Twitter. Hit him up.
So find King. Actually, it's at King James.
Oh, I'm sorry. Damn it.
But yeah, beersandlaughs.com and every podcast app.
Word. All right. Now we are also all over the social medias now. We have a Twitter, an Instagram. They are at Attention Deaf Pod, both of those, Twitter and Instagram. Facebook, if you want to send us a like, hit us with a like. That'll be awesome. It's at Attention Deficit Podcast on Facebook. And then my personal stuff, I'm at James Got Jokes, Twitter and Instagram. James Corbett on Facebook. Joe, what's your measly little Facebook / social media presence?
Well, it's just my name, Joe Buckley, on Facebook, but it's at JoeKB36 on Twitter. I'm not on Instagram because I'm a man. And
that's exactly why you should be on Instagram,
right? And I'm a married man, so I'm not on Instagram. And I have, so this Friday is a friend of ours, Sean Carter, runs the Pick a Side Stupid Debate show. That is at Maggie's Lounge. That's in Quincy, Massachusetts. Same place you're recording your live podcast. And that's going to be from 7 to 9. And then after that, I'm going to be at Beacon Street Locale, which is awesome, off of Mass Ave. That show starts at 9:30.
Fuck yeah.
This Friday, 13th.
I do want to sneak in and say May 17th, Maggie's Lounge, Beers and Laughs Live.
Go to that.
Takeover, Bog Iron Brewing, baby.
Fuck yes.
We'll be there.
Yeah. And then for us, send us an email. No one ever emails us except for fucking the lady from Stitcher. And so hit us up with an email. attentiondeficitpodcast@gmail.com. I don't care what the fuck you send us. We will read it on this show and talk shit about you. All right? It's going to be awesome, I swear to God. And other than that, hit us up on, subscribe, rate, review, iTunes and YouTube at Attention Deficit Podcast on both of them. Find us and hit us up, leave some comments and whatnot. And that's it for this week. We got to get the fuck out of here because we got Tyler coming in. So thank you for listening as always, and we will catch you next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Peace out. We have nerds. Bunch of I only opened it and just dunked